So we're more than halfway through the Super Rugby season, getting towards the tail end. I did a video right when I started my channel about the Super Rugby jerseys. I did a quick review, I guess, of what jerseys I preferred and which ones I didn't like. Gone back and watched it. Not sure I agree with myself. Didn't have the benefit at the time of having seen those jerseys live. Some of them definitely look better in person than they do in pictures, and some vice versa. The New Zealand ones especially, there seems to be a pretty marked difference between what you see in the pictures and what you see in real life. I can't help but wonder if that was to somehow alleviate counterfeiting, because if you look on eBay where you've got tons of fake jerseys, those ones look like the pictures, not like the ones which are legit. Like the Hurricanes one especially, I gave it a bit of grief because it's very swishy swashy. The legit jersey is not that bad, but in the picture it looks really prominent. So the counterfeit jerseys are the same. So perhaps that's it. I'm not sure if it was a selling point or what, but either way, I've gone through the away jerseys this time, given them a ranking to see which ones I like, which ones I don't. To be fair, there seems to be a lot of white. Like I guess a lot of teams just go away jersey, let's just, I don't know, white. So that's a bit less in variety, but yeah, we'll go through them. As always, it's just my opinion. I got some grief last time saying you don't know nothing about design. Bingo, I know nothing about nothing. Just my thoughts on the jerseys. So yeah, it's going to be different from your thoughts. You might like the ones I don't like, but yeah, we'll see how we go. 15, Highlanders. This one, the picture does definitely not do it justice. It's much brighter than that picture. I remember the first game that they wore this jersey and it was almost like it hurts your eyes. It's that bright. It's a pretty bright jersey. It's the kind of thing you should be wearing if you're on a bike at night and you don't want to get hit by cars, because it's a very bright jersey. Credit to them for doing something which is different from their regular jersey, because I'm going to give some other teams a bit of grief about having jerseys which are very similar to their home jersey, but yeah, still, it's just too bright for me. Not my preferred one. Next, Waratahs. Pretty sure this is their 2017 away jersey as well. It's the blocky thing where that design kind of came from. Not sure. Red shoulders. I don't know. I showed it to my wife as well and she said it was ugly, so I'm assuming that's not just me. I'm sure some people dig it, but it looks like someone's playing a game of Tetris on there, and with big bright red shoulders. So yeah, not my cup of tea, just personally. Next, the Brumbies. It's just a bit boring. Like their home jersey is basically an inverted version of this color scheme, and it looks better than this away version. So I think go for something a bit different. Probably not quite as bright as what the Highlanders do, but that would have been a better look. It's just, yeah, at a glance I might mistake it for the home jersey, even though the home jersey, as I said, looks a bit better. Same deal with these guys, the Lions. I don't necessarily dislike the jersey, but you've got a home version, which is virtually just the stripes, but in different places. So where there's white, there's red, and where there's red, there's white on the home one. It just sucks when you've got other teams who wear red or white. If you're playing them, you don't really have an away strip which doesn't at least partially clash. So I've noticed that in a few games this season. The Blues Stormers is the one which sticks out in my mind, where two teams were going at it both in blue. It's not the only game this season, but I wish that they would make teams have a legitimately different color scheme for their away jersey, because yeah, it doesn't always fit, despite the fact that for that team it's a different scheme, but it still may clash. Next, it's different colors. True, it's just white with blue on top. Doesn't do it for me. It still looks pretty high quality, like the home one. Like they're doing it differently, like a good job in the quality department. But I mean, just the design doesn't do it for me. If I was going to get a Queensland jersey, I would definitely be getting the home one. This one doesn't sell me on buying an away one whatsoever. Same with this one, although my wife quite likes it. Trader. Crusaders jersey. To be fair, I didn't like it as much in the picture. I think it looks better on the field than what it does in the picture. It's not too bad. But again, it's a bit dull. Still credit to them for going for a color which is legitimately different from their red. So they've gone for, you know, mostly black and white. So that's I guess one good thing. But I mean, black and white kind of epitomizes like not putting a heap of thought in, I guess. I mean, I'm an All Blacks fan, so I can't really complain about just using one color because it's a bit hypocritical. But yeah, could be better. Next, Sunwolves. Their jersey hasn't changed from last year either. They've got the home jersey is the sun, which is the red one, and the away jersey is the moon, which I believe somebody told me in the comments, so that was cool to know. So yeah, the white jersey for away. Again, like it's like mostly white jersey, mostly white jersey, mostly white jersey, a lot of white jersey, partly white jersey. It seems like the away jerseys just go white, so I'm probably being a bit harder on the jerseys which are white, to be fair. I mean, it's a fine jersey. I wouldn't mind it. I don't mind it at all. There's nothing particularly special about it, but it's fine. I don't mind it. It's nice to know the moon thing, I guess, if nothing else. Next, I hated this one when I saw the picture. The picture, again, I don't think does it justice. I feel like that jersey legitimately looks better in person than the picture. It's again a white base, which is just such a common theme, but at least it's got a bit of a design on there. You'd know it's a Chief jersey at a glance. It's got their Māori heritage in it, so yeah, at least it's got a bit more than some of the other ones, like the Crusaders one. I think this one, I mean, the green's going to turn a lot of people off, but as I said, in person it's not as jarring. Next, I admit this one took a while to grow on me. The Bulls. At first it was kind of like, why is the Brazilian football team playing rugby? And yeah, I remember it's something about that football team that plays in Pretoria. They wanted to kind of, you know, connect the two teams together, so they chose this away jersey. Props to them for doing that. I mean, it's always good to try and expand your fan base, to try and get some of the football fans to maybe buy a Bulls jersey or maybe attend a few games. Props to them for choosing a color which is totally not their home color, like some of the other teams have gone. So it's legit different. As I said in the other video, the Bulls, I've got a history of doing some pretty out there things with their away jersey. And I mean, I'd be more likely to buy that one than I would if it was just, as I said, the inverted colors of the home jersey. I mean, at least it's something different. If you like it, you'll buy it. If you don't, you'll just buy the home one. So, yep, props to them for that. Next, the Blues jersey. I do have a problem with it that it's blue, because the other one's blue. So this is what caused the kind of Stormers kerfuffle, is the fact that the Blues don't have a jersey which is not blue. I know that sounds silly, but a lot of other teams in Super Rugby wear blue, so you need to have another colour which is not going to clash, even though one's light blue, one's dark blue. In my mind, this jersey should have been the home jersey. I think it looks better than the home jersey. Darker blue, I think, is more of a traditional Blues colour, even if they've been moving away from that in recent years. The NIB logo still doesn't do it for me. I don't think it fits in with the design of the jersey. It's a bit jarring for me, but yes, corporate money is always welcome, even if it means an ugly jersey. So still, yeah, I really think if I was going to get a Blues jersey, I'd get this one instead of the home one. This one also, people are going to give me grief about this one because it's the highlighter color on the jersey. It didn't do as much for me initially, but it's grown on me a bit over the season. They have worn it too often, and I've complained about it in my previews and reviews, that they've been wearing it at home a lot, and not always just for clashing reasons, but for sponsorship reasons. So maybe I'm just an old stick in the mud, but I want the home team to be wearing their home jersey rather than the away one. But I guess the black base is pretty simple with the swish design on there. It looks alright to me. I don't mind it. But yeah, some people can't stand the highlighter colours. It's all good. Works for me. Next, I prefer this one to their home jersey as well. The Rebels hoops for their away jersey this year is pretty much their old home jersey, what it was for the last few years. I like it. It's their traditional jersey. You know at a glance it's the Rebels. I don't think it's particularly similar to any other teams. But yeah, it does have the same blue base color as what they've got for their home jersey. So I guess ideally you'd have a totally separate color scheme. But in terms of this jersey on its own, I think it looks pretty good. And I prefer it to the home one. Next, and I really couldn't stand this jersey. I gave it a lot of grief in the first video. The orange of the Jaguares, I thought it looked atrocious in the picture. I don't think it looks great in the picture, but on the field it looks pretty good. Somehow they've managed to kind of pull orange off. The Jaguares have got pretty good designers, I think, with the guys at Nike or Nike. They always manage to have a pretty nice jersey, and this year seems to be no different. They certainly seem to be selling a lot of the away jerseys. If you look at the crowd, the orange jerseys really stick out. So that's part of what you want when you're designing the away jersey, is you want them to be distinctive enough that the fans see purpose in buying one, not just sticking with the home one, which doesn't change that much from year on year. Next, black base of the Stormers. I think their jersey is pretty nice, the away jersey. A bit hypocritical again in that it's got a big corporate logo on it, which doesn't really blend, but in my mind yellow goes better with black than the green does with the blue, so that's just my opinion. And plus the Stormers have had DHL for yonks, so it's kind of just goes without saying that DHL is going to be there. Yeah, they've looked good in this jersey. It looks good in the pictures. It looks good in the field. The results haven't quite been very good in this jersey. I don't think they've won once in this jersey, so that's one drawback about it. Maybe it'll be on discount at the end of the season. And that leaves number 1, and it's another white jersey, but I think they've pulled it off. It's just a nicer design than the other jerseys. It's got Durban on it. It's got, I don't know, the logo. I mean, when I say Durban, I mean I'm pretty sure that's the streets of Durban on like the lower part, and like Durban written on the chest. But the Sharks just always have good jerseys. Like, you wonder why I have a Sharks jersey back in New Zealand, because the Sharks jerseys always look pretty good. It's hard to go wrong with black and white. Like, you take a risk like green, and I give you a bit of harsh words, but yeah, simple design. It's white. It looks good. I wouldn't mind one, but given that I've already got a Sharks one, I doubt my wife would let me have one. So yeah, I'm going to get one when I get to 1,000 subscribers. I'm going to figure a way which one to choose, but I'll be getting a team which I don't have anyway, provided I can get to 1,000. So we'll see how we go with that. Like I said, this video is just a bit of fun. It's just my opinion on which jerseys I like. Sometimes there's not really any rhyme or reason for it. It's just what I like and what I don't like. Sometimes I contradict myself in saying, you know, white's a bit boring, and yet I've got a white one at number 1. So that's just me. Let me know which jerseys you guys think work in the comments. And yeah, I'll talk to you again for another one soon. See you later.